Hey everybody.
What a hand folk, can folk. You are now tuned in to Academy Radio. I am your host. 11. Got honest. Big baby boom.
Yeah.
Genius on the beat.
Yo.
We have a pleasure. This is a great pleasure to have a great entrepreneur in the building with us today. Luna B. Say hey to Luna B, everybody.
Hi, how are y'all?
Hey Luna.
Hi.
Yo.
How you doing? Indeed. Man, the homie CJ, he said something on Facebook today, and I kind of wanted him to start the conversation off today with what he was talking about on Facebook a little bit. If you would touch on that, Big Baby Boom.
Yeah. So I went live earlier this week. Well, not live. I recorded a video. Just sitting in my car going to work. And the main statement of the video was, "Stop living your life to make other people comfortable." And like the thought came to me. I'm a teacher assistant, bus driver, and I work around privileged individuals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Wealthy individuals, rich, whatever you want to call them. And I had to do some self-evaluation, bro. Like sometimes you see yourself. I'm always smiling and yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a little slave sometimes.
That's
you know
that slave mentality. That's what it sounds like, bro.
And the thought just came to me like I'm always so courteous. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you feel like you're just not being your true self.
Tell me this: do you think you bowing, or you're not being yourself because of the money, because of the status? What is it about?
It's
those
definitely
people?
not because of the money.
Like, what is it about those people that make you smile and say yes, sir, and be nice and polite?
I mean, naturally, I think it's me. I'm just a nice person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very courteous person. But at the same time, you know what? I don't know, Tep. Could it be the
Is it
people?
just people with money? I mean, could
it
status?
be people with money?
Because you're talking about people of privilege. You're talking about people who have privilege.
Privileged people.
So is it any people of privilege, or is it
Um,
white people with privilege? Is it black people with privilege?
White people-
Is it everybody? Do you see the black people the same way you see white people with privilege? I would say
I
no.
do.
You do?
I would probably respond to them the same way though.
You would respond to them the
Oh,
same way.
but I think it's just in my mind. You just see them on this upper echelon level because of, I guess they got what you want.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
Why you think we want that? I think that's a segue, man. I was thinking on like the values, what we value, and why we value the things we value, and our measure of success. Why is it that we want the car? Why is it that we want the big house? Like at the end of the day, is it that we just like getting the approval from everybody else? We like showing off what we got because we get a whole lot more than what we need, and that's what success is at the end of the day. Like having more than what you need.
I mean, I think that's for some people.
Yeah.
I don't think that's everyone, but for some people, I ain't gonna lie, man. I always envision myself living a lavish lifestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Why you want that lavish lifestyle? What's that's gonna do for you?
That now that I'm getting older and more mature, I look at it from a different standpoint. But at one time, I don't think it was for the approval of people. It's just that I just envision I want to just have that comfort, bro.
But that ain't like lavish. You ain't got to be lavish to be comfortable.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's
how much money you need to be comfortable. You think a year
to be comfortable?
Yeah, a year.
I don't know, man, because I just know like once you get such an amount of money, all the flesh know is more, bro.
Yeah. All the flesh know is more. That's fact.
But to piggyback off what you said earlier, the yes sir referring, the yes sir referring to the I guess the people with the privileged people. I think it is like a mental connection towards white people. Like it's just a slave mentality. I mean, we still close. Like in the time period, we still close to the slavery times.
Right.
Real.
I feel like it is a
We be
And mental.
code switching. Do you think code switching is like us, really us? Cause like we code switching we code switching Walmart. Like we don't just code switch
What's code switch?
when you change the way you talk because of who you around. Like I talk to y'all a certain kind of way,
Yeah,
but then
okay.
if I get around like white people, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna sound differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna switch
Right.
my code. I'm gonna switch how I talk.
We also do that with the Hispanic community.
And
as
we do
well.
that with the
Yeah.
you know.
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying? Like,
Right.
No doubt.
So is code switching a form of like us still been the slave mind state?
It may not even be a slave mindset. It may just be trying to adapt to the environment. It may just be
We still feel uncomfortable out here. We still
yeah.
still trying to
But then
adapt.
that's what anybody though.
I know I do it when people call my business number.
Oh yeah.
Like I be like, "Hi, thank you for calling Luna B. How may I help you?"
You gotta put your professional voice on.
Right,
You know
like
what I'm
it's
saying?
But that's different though.
yeah, like
I don't know, man.
but
Like
when
I
I'm out, no, I don't do that no more. Like
think it's
I
like
don't
trying to
really-
distinguish yourself. I guess got a sense of professionalism with me. Like
I hate professional.
I'm on the job, so therefore I have to carry myself with some type of professionalism. So
But we try to do that. We don't even read like the handbook, the you know what I'm saying, like the standards or the code of ethics for that job. We don't even read the handbook, but we still try to code switch to appease the job. Like nobody reads the handbook, but you still try to code switch. You don't really know what it is that you are required for.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you
Good
what really messed me up and made me make that statement, man. Like 2 weeks ago though. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice to these kids' parents. I'm nice to these kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm helping your kid grow by helping them with phonics and reading fluency and everything, right? So like we have, I don't know if y'all have like at our school they do what you call like a fun run.
What's a fun run, bro? Explain it to us.
It's some type of event they use to raise money. The kids run and they donate money. I think like certain kids donate money to I don't know the whole makeup of it, but
School fundraiser, right?
it's like a school fundraiser.
Right.
And so I'm out there, you know, I'm a teacher assistant. All their parents, you know, it's privilege, so a lot of their parents don't work, so they able or they work from home or they wealthy. They own their own business, so they can take time off. And so a lot of their parents out there. And then like I'm out there, you know, want to initiate conversation, talk, but like they look at me like I ain't there.
You ain't there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't there. Who is
So
you,
it was
bro?
like that from that day it like hit a switch with me like man, they don't give a F about me.
You right, they don't. Well, should we expect them to though?
I mean,
Who is
I
they?
think we do because that's the makeup of our community though. We you know, we gonna speak.
I think that's where that connection come in. Should we expect them to? I don't think we should.
Who is they?
I think it just depends on.
That's the
Right.
thing. That's the
Who is
question,
they?
though. That's
Who
the
is
Yeah.
they?
Who is they?
Just settle right now.
Who
Who
is
is
Who is
they?
they? Who is they?
Who is they? Because a lot of people talk about they, bro. A lot of people talk about they. We need to figure out who they is.
Right.
They doing this. They always doing that. Who is they?
From my standpoint, my day was a wealthy white people.
That's who they is.
That's who it was in my and from my place. They were wealthy though. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So
Wealthy white people. Yeah. Okay. I
or,
don't know. I ain't never knew-
seem to be wealthy. We don't know.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it look good in front of your face, but you know.
I ain't never knew who they was. I used
Right.
to say they. I used to think
They
was the
can be,
government.
but they can be
Sometimes.
anybody depending
Yeah,
on the
man.
situation. But
Yeah.
in this particular situation, it was just, you know, yeah, they were wealthy. Stay at home moms. Well, I ain't gonna say they wealthy. They husbands might have been wealthy. They were just stay at home moms or a couple fathers there, probably business owners. Assuming though, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah, it's something about their lifestyle that's making you point it out, though, bro. Like, what is it about that? You saying it's bothering you? It bothered you? Like, what is?
I
it
don't
about
know.
the
It's like
interaction that's
because
bothering
you see it. I don't know, bro. It's like you have to be there, bro. It's like two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? I come from
part of, bro.
I-
Like, what is it?
I don't know. No, I come from humble beginnings. Like I always envision myself to have to live. I think everyone, not everyone, but most people want to live wealthy. You know what I mean? That's natural. But I mean, they already in that position, but I don't know. I'm just at a school, and the school is majority white. You know what I'm saying?
What you expect though? What more do you expect? That's what I'm wondering. Like,
What do I expect?
bro, yeah,
I don't.
bro, you gotta know that, bro.
You
gotta be up on game on that, bro.
Like, you don't know what to expect, though. I mean,
maybe I know because I come from PWIs my entire life, but
right?
Yeah, bro. When you the token black boy, bro, like. You know, so you're gonna either be loved or ignored a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Exploited sometimes or ignored. You just gotta get used to that. Like, it's
right.
You know, so
but I see it both ways. Like, it's some good ones, and then it's just other ones. Like I said, just work. That's just the way of the world, how it works. You got good on both sides, bro. But
why does he have to get used to that?
Why does that? What? I don't think we should expect anything else.
Okay, so you saying don't
even attach your feelings to it. Like, don't even try to figure it out because there's nothing new. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that's really gonna change is our mind state about the situation.
But I still feel like I still can be impactful on their life though.
You can, bro.
But understand where I come from.
But they gotta accept you first.
I mean, I don't really care if they do it. So I'm just getting like that's why I think like my point was I need to just start being more me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of trying to make them comfortable. Like, we can help each other. Mm-hmm. Right. If you learn where I come from and the type of discipline that I was taught, maybe I can help your kid become a more disciplined individual.
Everybody ain't trying to learn that, bro.
They not.
Real, bro.
That's
especially that crowd of people, bro. Everybody ain't trying to learn that.
Sure. Yeah, and that's I think that's the part that is crazy. Like you was telling, like, I think we had a discussion a while back. You was just saying like how emotionally they're not attached emotionally. Like these feelings that we have and compassion that we have.
Yeah, bro.
It doesn't mean the same. It doesn't have the same impact on them. You know what I'm saying? Things that I
think we just come from different creeds, bro. We love differently. And I mean, it is different at the end of the day. That's all it is just different types of love at the end of the day. We love different. They love different than we love. I mean, sometimes we expect them to love like we love, and that's when we get disappointed at the end of the day. And I think that's across the entire board, though. A lot of times, Honest talks about this all the time. We expect people to love the way we love, and then when they don't love the way we love, we get disappointed. And they'll show us how they love. You know what I'm saying? And we won't even accept it. They'll show you this is the way I love, and you won't even accept it. But we always constantly expecting people to reciprocate the same type of love that we giving.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the problem, though.
And I think we do just love different. I mean, we do just love different. I think it's a good little segue. I mean, we just hit 15 minutes, so it's good to just bounce to a new topic on love. I like that. Agape love, man. I want to talk about agape love. Is there such thing? Are humans capable of agape love? And what agape love is, the unconditional love with no conditions.
I mean, it's worth a shot. But is it possible, man? I mean, anything is possible, man. We've been taught to just accept that we're not gonna know everything about everything. That's what we've been taught. Just accept some things you're not gonna know, some things you're gonna know. But at this moment in life, who puts limits on what you know? Like we got so much technology. You can like Google any answer you need, really. And it may not be accurate, but you can also put in some more diligent research. But
I don't know. I think it's all about how you envision love, though. Like, I think some people look at love as always like this beautiful thing and this special good thing. But some like with God, even with God, bro, love is through getting chastised sometimes, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
tough love.
Getting your ass whooped by your mama and daddy. That's considered love, bro. Right, you know what I'm saying? I did this because I love you.
Bro, wait, bro.
That's another segue.
Hold up, because I have to get my ass whooped that much. Like, I am of the mind that you can love me and not beat my ass.
But maybe you was a more obedient child. Or you didn't see. I was hard headed, bro. I was a very. If you didn't tame me, bro, I would have been out of control.
Yeah, somebody just said.
Tanika Dobbin Graham said, "Yes, Yes, it is possible to achieve the unconditional
unconditional love.
I
agape
agree.
love.
Nah,
Luna B says it's possible as well.
I say it ain't, man. It ain't.
You don't think
Everything
so?
is on conditions, man. With human beings, we
What
human.
you say, Luna?
We do have our own agendas now.
Everybody
so-
got an agenda.
Yeah,
and we
Everybody
do feel
does.
entitled. I'm sorry, go ahead. though.
Everybody does have an agenda, but you mean to tell me you can't love somebody no matter the conditions?
I think there's always some type of condition. Like if there's a condition to make me stop loving you, like if you can do something to make me stop loving you, then my love is based on the condition.
Indeed.
Okay.
So would you put a limit on as far as you would how much you would love somebody if they would is there a point to where they can hurt you enough to where you stop loving them?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's conditional. You know what I'm saying? Like I
You
love
right.
you on the condition that you don't shoot my mama. That's still a condition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we still
Yeah.
expect people to be civil. So our love is based on the condition that you act like a civilized
I
person.
don't honestly think you quit loving a person. You just it's just
Outgrow, maybe?
nah. I think sometimes this is like pulling yourself away from a situation. Sometimes doesn't mean that you don't love a person. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Not being around a person the way that you once were doesn't mean that you don't love a person,
No.
bro. I just that's why I say like that love is just so
Whatever your love is, bro. I mean, whatever type of love it is.
Yeah.
The Greeks say there's 8 different types of love. That's what the Greeks say.
Yeah.
There's 8 different types of love. Whatever your type of love is, you know what I'm saying? Can that be unconditional? I think the closest we get is like enduring love, the long lasting love, like a couple who's been married for like 50 years or something like that. They ain't really having sex no more. They're not that like physically attracted to each other because it's not there anymore. But they still love each other. You can tell because they holding each other's hands. They still embrace each other. You know what I'm saying? They still got that love like my grandparents had. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the closest we get to agape love, is what they call unconditional love that we say God has for his children. I think that's the closest we get, but we don't ever really get to the unconditional.
The unconditional loving everybody.
Right,
no matter
unconditional love.
I think it's possible though, man. I think it's possible, bro.
I mean,
I think it just takes a level of maturity. And then I think it comes with finding peace in yourself and learning that. Well, I think we get to a place where we can begin to learn that it's not about us, and we look at it for the greater good. That's when you'll learn how to love unconditionally. When it be, it's not really about me. It's about like we was talking about earlier. Like, it's about serving, bro.
If there is a way to reach that, I believe that's the way.
That's the way. Yeah.
That's the way.
It's not about you. It's about serving. We doing it for the good, for the greater good of the world, more so than
Everybody got a
denouncing
purpose.
yourself.
yeah, denouncing.
yourself.
That's
for
the
greater
hardest,
good.
but that's the hardest thing for us to do. Is
Yeah,
to
bro, I ain't
denounce
with that,
ourselves.
bro, because I feel like we all living in different worlds, bro. I feel like world is the word world is so
Yeah.
abstract, bro.
I agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My world is different than your world. At the end of the day, I feel
That's
like our
true.
reality is just projections that we get from our mental consciousness anyway. You know what I'm saying? So for us to be walking around this earth, living the same life in order, expecting people to be like we are because we expect it. Like, it's foolish to say, I'm going to give love to everybody because that's the order of the world, and I expect that from everybody. Like, nah. Like, if that's going to be your agenda, let that be your agenda, but don't frame it in the grand scheme of things, like we're all working towards the grand scheme.
Not
Because
for
we're
the
not
whole-
all working towards the grand
But
scheme.
like far as your world though, yeah,
Right, okay.
that's why I agree. Like
Yeah.
far as your world, you know what I'm saying? Your community, your world, people who come in contact with.
I got a couple of guests who chimed in. One is Danae. I hope I'm saying your name right. She said, "I don't think love is conditional. It's supposed to be unconditional. No, I'm not happy with you, but yes, there is still a level of love." And
So-
then she said, "Once you put you aside, you love over. You're supposed to love despite how people love you."
See, that's exactly what
It's
I
the
said.
same thing though, yeah, bro. That denouncing yourself,
Denouncing
like if
yourself.
there is a way to reach agape unconditional love is to denounce the love for yourself.
But can you denounce, bro? Because it's really hard, bro.
Yeah.
Because you can't love nobody else unless you love yourself. And like to love yourself means to protect yourself in some sense. So you got to preserve yourself too. So when
Yeah.
people start hurting you, your self love should kick in. Like, wait, like, no, you gonna stop this. You're not gonna keep hurting me. Like, because if you don't know how to love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
But to know how to love yourself and to know how to love people is to know that people is gonna be people. They're gonna be people, and everybody ain't on that same level of love that agape unconditional love.
Like love it.
It's levels, like she said, and to reach that unconditional love, you have to be on that level. You have to be able to denounce your love and still hone in the I guess the aspect of still trying to give love back, because love it produces fruit. You can't deny the fruit that love is going to produce, either fruit that you want or fruit that you don't.
But through love, that's how you get to the tree of life.
So,
but you saying love is an action. You saying love is action.
Right.
Could I stop showing? Is there a condition that makes me stop showing you love?
It's levels, like she said. It's levels.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to be. You have to.
I don't like you. Sometimes I don't.
Because we say you ain't got to be close. You ain't got to interact with that person to love them on one hand.
Nah.
But then on the other hand, we say love is an action.
Nah.
So if love is something I got to show, then I do got to be.
Like, think about from this standpoint, right? All right. So you're around an unhealthy individual who ain't healthy for you. Ain't that you don't love them? Like, say this person had friends around them, then the friends removed themselves from the situation. It doesn't mean that you still don't love him. He might look at it like you don't love him, but then it's going to come a point that he matures and begin to evaluate.
That's the condition, bro.
And he evaluate himself. It ain't that I don't love you, but I can't.
But you can't show him the love, so how do he know? Like, if I don't know you love me, if you're not showing me the love.
By removing myself was me showing you love. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't. Bro.
Yeah, because look at it like this. Because then once you remove yourself, then that's gonna put him in a place to evaluate himself.
Yeah, bro. That's when you say it's levels to it. It's levels.
Because he gonna have to evaluate himself and look at the situation like.
And that's love.
Like what? Like Tevin was good to me.
But you could also tell him that, bro. Like we remove our, like, that's a way of showing love, I guess, is removing yourself is a way of showing love. But another way of showing love is holding the dude accountable and sitting down and having a talk with him. Like, now, if you say, and you done sat down and had to talk, your home, the people you hanging out with ain't good for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you done had that talk, and I'm telling you this because I love you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're not any good for you. Mm-hmm. Unless, like, why you got to remove yourself unless they're not good for you? Like, if they're not, and if you make it plain, like, your friends are also not good for me, and I ain't coming around because you hanging out with these people and they not good. It's this bad energy, and I'm trying to be away from that bad energy.
But you doing it because you love yourself, and you love them also. So sometimes that spiritually, it can be damaging to you spiritually because it trying to help a person that's in a position that don't really want to be helped. Like, that becomes burden on you. Like, you having these conversations, you like, bro, you got to do better. You tell him in love, but he's not improving.
Yeah, bro. I'm wondering about if love is an action, bro. Like, if love is, you cut me off because you love me, and I'm calling you.
Was talking to him, like you said, you was expressing yourself to help him. That was talking. That's an action.
If he call you gonna pick up.
Tanikia Dobbins Graham said, I hope I'm saying her name right. She said, have y'all ever heard of love never dies? You can remove yourself, but the love will never die.
That's talking about feeling. Like, I mean, we all feel feelings. I'm talking about the action, like you showing love.
By removing yourself, it can be showing love.
And when he called you, was you not answering, also showing love?
That's still an action of showing love. I answer your calls. I remove myself. I talk to you. It's still all love, bro. But I just think,
how was not answering the call love?
Huh?
Not answering the call love.
Okay, but that comes back to showing tough love, right?
True.
Not showing.
Ooh, come on.
Not answering the phone call. I'm showing you tough love. Like, so that's one of your conditions, 11.
But that's the thing. Like, okay, if I feel like we talk about, like, love like it should be reciprocated. Like, they don't get that. They're not getting that message. Like, what if like, you show love to help somebody grow? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they calling you, in your mind, I'm showing you love. This is tough love.
Yeah.
In their mind, they need their loved one, and their loved one don't love them, and their loved one not there. So if they not getting the message of love, is it effective?
Yeah, because you know who they. If I remove myself and everybody around him remove their cell phones, who they gonna have to call on?
They self.
God.
Indeed, that's what that is.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna bring you closer to love than him? Who's gonna? Nobody. So that's why I say, like, removing yourself, that is a form of showing love, because it's gonna, a lot of times it's gonna make a person do some self-evaluation, bro. And by evaluating yourself, you'll begin to be like,
but that ain't.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I
Maybe
agree
I
that that's what happens, but I disagree that that's why we cut people off. I disagree that, yes, when you ain't got nobody around and you ain't got no friends, it makes you self-evaluate. But I disagree that we say, I'm gonna stop talking to that person because I love them, and they're gonna be by themselves, and they're gonna have to work on themselves, and then once they work on themselves, we'll be able to, like, that's not our mental state. I'm not of the. I disagree that that's why we do it, bro. We cut people off because we tired of their bullshit, bro. That's why we cut people off, and we trying to protect ourselves from that bullshit.
I mean, that's
I'm fed up. I'm done with you treating me like this. I wish you the best, and we say that shit out of
right
form.
there, though, right there, bro.
That's unconditional love.
I wish you the best. It can be informed and it can be like unconditional, though, bro.
I wish you the best.
Yeah, we're talking about unconditional love.
I'm done. Like, don't call my phone. Like,
That's good, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, I think it can go both ways, though. Just by the fact that it can be unconditional, or just by form, just by, I guess, cliche, you would say, or just politically correct, just being nice. But I think it could come from a real genuine place as well. I wish you the best, because I done been there, bro. I done been, like, to the point where I was loving unconditionally, and then I felt like it wasn't appreciated, and then that's condition, because I felt like the conditions wasn't adding up. But then I felt like the separation was positive for both sides. Like, me leaving was good for me and good for you as well, because you're able to search yourself. You don't have me as a distraction, and I don't have you as a distraction. And
So another question: should we learn to love without expectations? Because I think that's the only way you're gonna get the unconditional love and unconditional. Stop loving with expectation, expecting to receive something in return.
That's unconditional love, bro.
That's how you gonna achieve unconditional love. You can't love with expectations. I'm just here to serve. It's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna hurt for me to love you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it hurt. But we have to do it, bro.
Do we get there, bro? I mean, I understand. I feel like, man, that's really fantastical, bro. Like, yes, like, it sounds really, really good. But let's keep it hot. Like, are you really going to be in that, as humans, driven by the flesh? Is that something we should really be seeking? Like, a place where ain't no conditions on my love, and you can treat me however you want to treat me, and I'm still gonna love you. I'm still gonna.
I mean, it ain't even that fantastical, because we done been conformed to where love, that unconditional love, they don't even seem appealing now. It just seems like trash. Like, what am I doing loving you more than I love myself? We done placed ourselves above love. Yeah. And that's been a fall of man since the beginning. Right. Placing yourself above the clouds, above God. God is love.
I agree with you. Why should we have to go through certain things to prove our love to someone? Like,
that's the thing, though. I think, like, even some. I'm just going from a religious standpoint now, from a spiritual standpoint. Everybody might not be, but think about the story of Jesus. That's what made him greater than all the rest of the prophets. What's his statue of love, bro? Like, with love, like, if you think about Jesus, what did Jesus do? He loved, but it took sacrifice. And that's what love takes a lot of sacrifice. Like,
I understand your image, bro, of Jesus. I'm wondering, I'm asking you, is this something we can do?
love the. You got the.
I understand your example. We got they gave us Jesus.
That's the example.
You're right. Agape love is what the Greeks called it, the unconditional love. But agape love, the Greeks said, were only people who could have it was the gods.
Would you love me in a Bentley? Would you love me on a bus?
Shout out. Hey man, we right at the 30-minute point. So let's let's go ahead and transition real quick to Luna, man. Let's talk about wax.
Yeah.
Talk about what you got going on. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Go ahead and get your drop. What you doing? What you do with your time?
All right, so I am a wax specialist located in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Come check me out. I have my own suite there. I've been waxing here recently for about 7, maybe 8 months. I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 4 years now.
Okay.
I mean, it's a.
Where you go to school?
I went to school at Pinnacle in Mooresville.
Okay, is that a school that you recommend people go?
I do. It's a cosmetology school. They have great teachings. They, teach you really good to pass state board.
Right. What made you choose Charlotte? What made you pick Charlotte to have your place?
Clientele.
You don't feel like you didn't get no clients in your hometown?
It ain't big down here yet. It's waxing? No, it's not. Not a lot of people do it.
Why you don't think people trying to get waxed?
Because they scared.
What they scared of?
They scared of that pain. Let's just be real. They scared of that pain.
Keep it hot.
Yeah. They scared of that pain, but it ain't that bad.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would you say the pain is?
To somebody who have never heard of it, just not hearing about it right now.
I'd say maybe like a 3 to 5.
Really?
What? Wait a minute.
3 to 5.
No, she probably done got waxed like 17 times.
Yeah, she used to it. On the skin, that's calloused up.
I mean, I do my own, but I mean.
You wax yourself?
Yeah.
How you do that?
That's tough.
Look.
That take a real.
Listen.
Like you wax all parts yourself?
Yes. To wax yourself.
Ooh, that gotta hurt.
Like I had to. I had to make sure I was performing well for my clients.
What's going on, bro?
Like, so I had to start waxing myself. I don't let nobody else touch me.
And you wax men and women.
Yes, everything.
What's your male clientele like?
It ain't that big. A lot of men consider it to be gay. But
I mean, I don't consider it to be gay, man. I just
try to shade mine back a little bit,
See, I don't even do that though, bro. I just feel like it's more manly just to be
straight.
Okay, but listen, all that hair bacteria. Don't nobody want that. Like,
that's why I try to pull it back, because you just never know how deep she might go.
Right, bro.
You just pull her hair back just a little bit, because she might go crazy.
Yeah, bro. But what about the pricklies when it start growing back, though, bro?
Exactly. You don't even have that problem when you wax.
When you wax, so they don't even come back?
Exactly.
So it be gone for good.
No, it 3rd week, that's when it start to grow back. You shave, it's coming back like within a couple of days.
Yeah, but then them still prickly though.
I shave when she on her way.
No, it's
the only time I shave.
The hair texture
completely. Okay, for real. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you still got pain down there below.
But it's a quick pain. It's not like an everlasting pain. It's I put
Nah, but see, hold on. That can't be right, because there's a whole lot of delicate skin around my nutsack. So like, how do you go about
wait?
You gotta like wrap it around, rip it all at one time.
So you want me to go through my whole process? You want me to go through a breakdown?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So client come in. I have them sign client consent form.
Oh Lord, that's gonna fuck me up right there. Why I need my lawyer?
I don't. It ain't even about that. It's saying that you give me consent to perform this service on. No, don't play with nobody nuts. Let's get that clear.
You saying that, but
you about to
have to sign consents and anything like that. It's usually connected to pain.
If you want to get technical, when you're getting a hair color service, you have to sign a consent because there's a chemical involved.
Well, yeah, that's it's still painful. It could be painful too. Like I signed that for a tattoo.
Right.
I signed that for a piercing.
Right.
You telling us this don't really hurt?
No, I said it hurts on a level of 3 to 5.
But tattoos ain't no 3 to 5.
It's a quick pain.
Okay.
It's a quick pain. But it's literally like I pull and I put pressure on. It's gone in like a second. It's not.
What about the testicular area though? Because that's that meat right there.
I done pulled a nut hair and that shit.
Yeah, bro, that should have put you down, bro. It'll put you down.
That's one nut hair though, bro. If you just go by and just pull one at one time, bro, them shit's more painful than like.
Exactly.
How about this?
But you talk about
y'all
the
come
host.
check me out then.
No doubt.
Hey, listen.
You gotta be gentle, bro. Be gentle, Miss Luna.
I'm talking about like the little gooch area. Like that's the most. That's where mom, because that's where it's sensitive at. But you know, you get freaky sometimes. You might. How do you go about? Because that's tight.
Your butt lick.
I gotta cut the skin tight. I gotta okay. So
and then you do the balls too.
Yeah, it's a certain position that I have my clients sit in. I pull the skin tight as I'm doing it. Like I pull it up, I hold it tight up, and then
so we could go straight naked all the way around.
I mean, I do have clients that just come in there and get butt naked. It's not necessary, but yeah.
I'm just saying, like I can get their hair cleared everywhere down there.
Yeah.
Man.
And all that in one session?
Yeah, all of that in one session.
And
but I
this
listen.
much pain you see?
How much a session like that?
We gotta take some breaks, some lemonade or something. Give me some crackers.
I don't put the wax on all at once on the whole area. It's like in small sections. So it's not like I'm covering the balls and everything
right
in wax. And
Okay.
They not hearing me, y'all.
Y'all come and get wax.
Yeah, y'all get y'all wax, man.
Yeah, I got a couple people
I'm about to set my appointment.
online that's asking how to get connected to you.
Luna, you a girl. Give me your opinion about this. Women prefer that from men. Y'all want what y'all want from that? What y'all want to see when y'all go down there?
I just seen that somebody said men need to get waxed too.
I personally, yes, I do prefer it.
Y'all want to like butt naked down there? Then can I have a mustache or nothing for my man? My man can't have no goatee or nothing.
You ain't gotta have it butt naked, but I'm just saying, like y'all gotta understand that hair holds bacteria, and it takes nothing literally to throw a woman's pH off.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, okay, I got you.
Y'all want these little flower vaginas, y'all.
Yeah, that's that unconditional love. I'm with you, Balloon. I'm with you. I'm growing though, baby. We're growing together. We're growing together, mama.
My favorite fruit's a little fuzzy navel. You know what I'm saying? Got a little.
Yeah, I'm with you too, bro.
Little peach fuzz. You know, I'm still gonna eat that thing. Let me ask you this, man.
Little hair up in your teeth.
You eating it right?
But to answer your question, you can book me at www.luna-b.com. I got this card right here.
Okay, got a card. Let me see the card.
Get that.
Get at me.
Hey, there's some nice cards too. Who did your cards? You designed those?
I designed them on Vista.
Oh, that's what's up.
Right on.
That's a dope design. Hey, I got a question. You ever had like a girl come in and she had to get her stuff waxed and it didn't smell too good?
Yeah.
What happens in those situations? How does that work? You got to kick them out, right?
No.
I thought they pay, right?
That money.
I throw that mask on.
Oh man.
I mean,
that's a way to let them know.
Yeah. But honestly, okay, so to be honest, I've only been in those situations where I started waxing at, and that's at European Wax Center. It's you get like a different type of clientele at those places because they are franchised. Mm-hmm. So they kind of have like different rules. Mm-hmm. Like you personally there wouldn't be able to kick the client out. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. But now that I have my own place, I've never ran into those issues. Mm-hmm. Like I used to have women that would come in there like straight after the gym and try and get waxed.
Come on, now that's disrespectful. Now that's wrong. So they should have some more, a little more decency.
You know. And
that should be a part of that disclaimer, that little consent form they signed.
I think the mask is necessary now.
Exactly.
I think the mask is necessary.
Yeah, you're going to do something like that.
Have you had anybody, oh no, I guess that's what the consent form is for the pain, so can't nobody press charges because you rip too hard.
Facts.
Indeed.
I don't rip hard, y'all. I'm gentle. Come check me out.
That ain't all you do, though. You ain't.
No, it's not all I do.
What else you got for?
I do microblading for the eyebrows. So what that is a semi-permanent tattoo for the eyebrows. And I also do teeth gems.
Teeth gem. Check her teeth
gem. Check me out.
Bling blow. Bam. Bam!
$1 million smile.
Yes.
Right there.
Hey, so tell us
Whoa,
how long a teeth gem lasts.
They
in your mouth?
last normally about 6 months to 2 years, or until they naturally fall off. You have to be very delicate with them because they are, it is like adhered to the teeth with the same adhesive that they use for braces. So with braces, they tell you can't eat like really hard things,
Right? Yeah.
Because it could come off. But if it comes off, it is a 4-month warranty. You can't come and see me again, and I will replace it free of charge.
Okay, dope.
Come get your teeth gemmed up.
Yes.
You do something else, though. I was on your Instagram the other day, and I seen like some body chains or something.
Oh yeah, I also design body chains. Go check them out. Everything is on my website. I make all natural body butter. I make a pH balance exfoliator it's specifically made for the Brazilian bikini area. Check it out.
Okay. And they do that after they get their wax?
Yes, they do it 72 hours after they get their wax. It's a scrub. It's a pH balance scrub. You can use it anywhere, and it's all natural. It has aloe, peppermint oil to give you that breeze down there, ladies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's sweet almond oil. So, and lip gloss. Don't somebody told me my lip gloss look like butt plugs, but it's cool.
Butt plugs?
Yeah, I mean it kind of go with my industry. You feel me?
Wow. What you?
She got lip gloss and
I
you
do
got your toy
everything,
afterwards.
I ain't say it, ladies. I ain't say it, but it's my lip gloss. This is the color Bronze Baddie.
Whatever floats your boat.
Bronze Baddie. Got the little Sailor Moon charm going on.
See?
Okay. Yeah, that's dope.
Thank you. Yeah, but
Go check that out. What's the website? Tell us the website.
It's luna-b.com.
Spell that out for us.
B as in
LUNA- as in a dash, B.com.
Okay. LunaB.com. Go check that out. Go check that out.
Check
Get
it
wax. I don't know if I'm gonna get wax. How much a wax cost? That whole little full body. I'm trying to go.
You want a full body?
Yeah, for the spring. So I'm just trying to go straight.
So you want the
Dwayne
chest?
Johnson, the Rock. I'm trying to go straight.
Full body gonna run you about $140 and that's including chest, stomach, back, arms, knuckles. Man's Brazilian, full legs.
Oh, so what if I just need like my nuts, my chest, my armpits?
Nuts, chest, and arms.
What about the back of them knees, bro? I seen the back of your knees.
Bro, chill, right?
My bad. Oh, he is over there. Dang.
That's gonna be about $100 for a men's Brazilian underarms.
And the Brazilian is the my sack, right?
Yeah, that's everything.
Everything. Okay.
You can leave a little bit of hair if that's your choice.
How much is just my sack?
Just the sack. Just the sack is $30.
30. Okay, yeah. I just round my money. Like I might come up there get
Get rid of some bacteria.
Get your sack lined up.
We got to eliminate these bacteria.
Exactly. Help us.
And help get these pH balances right.
Yeah, unconditional love. You gotta love.
the pH balance. Tell us a little bit about the pH balance, Luna. What you know about the pH? How's that gonna affect our sex lives and health?
Well, pH balance, pretty much anything can throw it off with women. Change in soap, underwear. You're not really supposed to wash inside of the labia.
What's the labia?
In between them lips.
Okay.
Okay, labia, lips. I see. Okay, right. Note taking.
It's a self-cleaning. Throw some water up there, you good ladies. Or you know what? Go check out my girl, 9 Oral Spa. She makes our oil-based wash for down there. It's love.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what's up.
So,
but yeah, you don't.
So far as pH balance, like, does food play a big factor?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
drink that water, ladies. Quit being scared. pH balance.
Cause we try and blame it on us and our
bacteria's
on our hairs.
Listen. No, for real though. Yeah. Like the number one cause in women's BV. And I don't know if y'all know what BV is.
I know what BV is.
Yeah, BV throws off women's pH, and it also
bacteria vaginosis.
Exactly, bacteria vaginosis, and it also gives you, it give you you smell down there.
Oh, it's real.
But listen, men's sperm can be acidic, so it also plays a part. Y'all need to watch what y'all eat.
Yeah, that's real.
For real,
that's
like
real.
don't be putting that just on us.
What should we eat? Like, how do we help the cause?
Y'all need to drink y'all water. Stop eating McDonald's.
Okay,
eat
McDonald's.
more fruits and vegetables.
Oats and nuts.
So who pays the bigger blame for the pH balance being off? Is it the woman or the man? It's her.
Yeah, it's women.
Yeah, cause I mean she in control of the man at the end of the day. We can't jump in until she give consent unless we just and then and that's a whole nother.
Watch who you sleeping with, man.
So we out of it more than we in it, so
That's right.
True.
Yeah, but everybody play a part in it. Like ladies need to be aware of what can throw it off. Changing clothing detergent, changing underwear.
Yeah, I believe that got something to do with it, cause
for sure.
Shit, vegans, like a girl who was vegan. I had an ex who went vegan for like 4 months, bro, and the pussy was like, it was like 10, it was like 10 times better, bro.
For real?
Yeah, bro, like everything was better. Like it was juicy, watery, bro. Like ain't had no. I was, bro. Like
softly, player.
I know, bro, but like, I know it was difficult. Like I was wanting her to stay vegan because I'm like, bro, this shit working. You know what I'm saying? I'm vegetarian, whatever. But she started glowing. Like everything was better. Like she started glowing on her face. Everything started getting better, but I know that's hard to do because I went vegan. You know,
yeah, bro. Like, you're throwing all that them hot wings, bro.
Right.
All that. I'm still eating hot wings and shit. So
in this case, you were the cause, my friend.
Yeah, I was the cause.
What was your agape? Bro? You're supposed to have been showing just like you were reciprocating.
He wasn't thinking about them conditions. Yeah, Shelly, leave them vegan comments alone.
But a lot of people be dependent on their woman for their health. Like if she good, then I'm good.
Right, that's true though. That is true.
Yeah, go to the doctor.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That is true.
How we do today, babe? What they say, we good. We good, babe. That's how it be, bro. That's how it be, indeed.
So if you need them waxes, them teeth gems,
bling.
You need your lip gloss, your pH balance right.
Raw shape.
Even with the lip gloss, you get your little toy at the end. Hey, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying?
Your toy to play with. Indeed, bro. We got some drops to do.
Right on.
Shout outs.
Right on. Right now, we're gonna do a little bit of promo. Tell you what's going on in the community. Right. So we have my brother, Mr. Travis Campbell, throwing a car show. We find that date for you. Got to off this live.
Travis Campbell.
Because you know it's all about love over here. We trying to promote,
you know what I'm saying? Inspire, motivate.
Trying to promote the community, love. Tell all the great things that's going on around us, man.
Inspire, motivate, and show love. Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's about love, y'all.
Yeah.
Find it. Got the invitation.
What's up, bro? Luna, I'm coming to get my to get that 30 done.
So we got Mr. Travis Campbell doing this. He got his mother. It's the Mother's Day car and bike show.
Okay.
It's gonna be located at Harris Park. I don't know if everyone knows Harrison. It's located in Statesville. 1345 Lorraine Court. The event starts at 2 p.m. I think it will be ending at 9 p.m. So, I mean, if you got your dope car, motorcycles, hey, bring them out. It's going to be live in the city. You talk to my brother, see if we can do a live.
Get out there. We
show,
come out there and bring the radio out there. We might be able to do that.
To get in touch with you, cuzzo, about that. They say they're going to be judging. It's going to be trophies awarded, live entertainment, dance battle. Hey, it's going to be live, man. Y'all make sure y'all show up. And we also have Mr. Marlon Staten Jr. and Audio Jugs. They're hosting a Spades event.
Oh yeah.
You know when that is?
And that is what you able to download to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that now, man. Trying to get on our Google account. Google account tripping.
All right, but we promoting the community, y'all.
Indeed. Dang, man. Replicate. Check your device. Yes. 94. Damn, it's taking forever. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Hey, we got you, Marlon, man.
Yeah,
We promoting this thing,
we
man.
got you. We got you. It's coming. We in there now. We in there. Yeah, boom. Okay.
Hey, who trying to get whooped in some spades?
Man, you know good and well you can't play no spades.
Every family function has someone who thinks they're the best at spades. Young Kings Party Promotions is giving you a chance to prove your skills at the first annual Community Spades Tournament. Bring your team Friday, April the 20th at the Statesville Civic Center. There will be a cash prize of $250. Teams must be submitted by April 15th. To register, follow at Young Kings Party Promotion 704 on Instagram or contact Marlon Staton at 704-500-9275. That's 704-500-9275.
Yeah. So if y'all missed that, it was April 15th. Teams got to be turned in, so that is tomorrow. So jump on that. Holla at Martin Staton Jr.
April 15th is tomorrow. Get that turned in tomorrow, man.
And it's $15 per person, $30 per team.
Yeah.
And you're able to win, I think, a grand total of $250, man.
$250 grand total. All right.
So if you want interested in joining that, tomorrow's the due date.
Tomorrow's the due. Okay, cool.
Right
cool,
on.
Cool. Last little bit, man. We got like 7 minutes. I'm gonna talk about sage is popular now. Okay, right. I think ever since Lauren London talked about how Nipsey was burning sage in the house, you know, since sage is becoming a little popular now. People want to know why you burn it. What is it about? What is it? So I'm gonna kick some game a little bit. I know a little bit about them. I had an ex who used to burn sage too, so I had to go in.
Player.
You know what I'm saying? No, I thought she was a witch, so you know you gonna look it up.
Girl, what did you
What the fuck you doing? I thought she was putting a root on me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's called smudging. That's what it's really called. Burning sage is really called smudging, and it's an ancient spiritual ritual that we get, well, Americans, since we over here on this land mass, we get from Native Americans. Native Americans are the ones who did it a lot in their rituals. It has some scientific and spiritual effects. Yeah, I'll say scientific and spiritual effects. I'll start with the scientific effects because a lot of people believe science more than they believe like spirituality. I mean, science says that it is purifying and it's antimicrobial and antibacterial. So what that does is it gets rid of bugs, lice, things like that in your air. A study showed that burning sage decreased levels of aerial bacteria by 94%. Thought that was something pretty interesting. A lot of people say that sage has positive ions. That's incorrect. It actually has negative ions, and negative ions go and attack positive ions that are in your air. Things that have positive ions that are in your air, stuff like pet dander, pollution, dust, mold. It helps you with asthma, helps with allergies and bronchitis, those things that fall in the air. All of those things have positive ions. When you burn sage sends out negative ions. It kills those things. That's what science says about sage. Spirituality. And with the Native Americans, why they used it, they believe that it was psychoactive and it would enhance their intuition. So a lot of people use it to get rid of bad energies. You can use it to help you with trauma, bad experiences. You can smudge a certain space if you feel the energy is bad. People sometimes sage for certain people. You can even smudge a person. You know what I'm saying? Like sage the area they gonna sit, and when they sit, because you think they have a bad energy. Also, it soothes stress, eases insomnia, it can improve mood, and it also has a natural aroma that's just a clean aroma. It cleans the air. So, yeah, that's a little bit on sage if you went to it. I mean, there's a lot of other substitutes for sage as well. A lot of people think that sage is endangered, so they're telling you, make sure you go to the right dealer to get the right sage because people think that it's endangered, but what's actually the case is where it grows is endangered because we're building infrastructure on where it grows. And a lot of people say use substitutes like rosemary. A lot of people say use that because we're taking it from the Native Americans, and Native Americans really use it ritually, and we're using it. They say we use it practically to like get rid of stuff in our home space, but when Native Americans use it, they're using it ritually, and they're trying to, you know, send to God and send messages to God. So we take it from them. Some people believe that, but I mean, whatever your medium is.
So when you was with your lady friend and she was using it, like, could you tell any difference? Like,
I think the truth in our religion is the belief in it, bro. I think we put the power in whatever medium we use. I do believe that it works, but it only works if you believe it works. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just like prayer, I feel the same way about prayer. They say God meets you in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He meets you where your faith is. Right. If you burn in sage and you don't believe it's gonna work, then your house just gonna smell like sage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your MO. But if you burn the sage and you also, because it's spiritual, those effects are spiritual, and you can't see the fruits of those effects if your spirit don't align. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it worked because we thought it works. Kind of like a Himalayan salt rock lamp. I got one of those in my house, and they supposed to eliminate negative energy in your house too. Right. And I told Pops to get one. I told my dad to get one. And it's really about how you sell it. You tell them it's gonna eliminate the negative energy in your house. Yeah. So when they pull it in, they already give it that faith. They already give the rock that inanimate object that faith that it's going to delete the negative energy. So as soon as they plug it in, they're convincing themselves already that the negative energy is gone. So as soon as you've convinced yourself that the negative energy is gone, then it works. So I believe all mediums are placebo, but that's me. I think we do everything we do just to convince ourselves, that it's working.
So it's up to you. It's all in your mind.
You the sage.
Yeah, but even that's what I say. I said you got to be the sage. Don't just burn the sage. You know what I'm saying? There is scientific proof. I mean, there's scientific fact. If you can say scientific fact, I hate saying those two words beside each other, but theoretically, scientifically, theoretically, it's antimicrobial, antibacterial. So even the natural compound of sage does get rid of things that we don't like bugs and pollen and dust and things like that. So
I can say, that may be true though. I mean, because like some people burn fire to eliminate mosquitoes and stuff in the air.
Like
the
tiki torches, there's something similar. You know, so
energy is everything.
Energy is everything. I feel like we're the biggest balls of energy though, and we really just put our own energy into little mediums so that they work in our favor because we ain't got enough faith in ourselves. Like people burn sage because they ain't got enough faith in their own energy to get the bad energy out their house. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
We are our own worst enemy, man.
Yeah, bro. Yep. We are our own. We are our own worst enemy.
The devil. You gotta get the devil up out of here.
Bro, I heard something, bro. We about that time, but I heard and it froze me, bro. We wouldn't know the way to hell if saints didn't show us.
Say that again.
We would not know the way to hell if the saints didn't show us.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Y'all hear that?
we might want to say it at the next week.
We're going to bring that one back. Let's say that one more time.
We would not know the way to hell if the saints didn't show us.
Okay. Hey, we need y'all preacher everybody to tune in. I want to hear some opinions on this now.
Indeed,
I want to come back.
Lord.
Tune in next week, man. We're gonna definitely touch on that. This is Academy on Air. This is our second episode. Thank y'all so much for the support that we got, man.
Yes,
we already booked out to June, man. That's a blessing.
Yes,
man.
Thank y'all.
All
y'all
the
for
fans,
the support, man.
Everybody that's listening, we appreciate you.
Who's next week's guest?
Next week we got
Sade Flowers.
Sade Flowers.
Shout out.
Yeah, man.
Styles by Sade.
Yes.
Indeed.
We booked, bro. We appreciate that love. Make sure you follow us on our social media. The Academy Music Group is what we is on Instagram. What's our Facebook called?
It's the same thing.
The Academy Music Group on Facebook too.
Yeah. Download that app.
Download States Vegas radio app. You can we be on the radio States Vegas radio app. That's the Apple Store and the Google Play Store.
And Luna B.
One more again.
Follow me on Instagram. It's Luna LUNABBEAUT. And also follow my boutique page on Instagram. Is shop SHOP Luna LUNAB_. And you can go to my website to book your appointments at luna-b.com.
Right on.